So recently I got this comment asking me to actually explain Studienkolleg as it is not as obvious as university. So in this video I decided I will explain Studienkolleg and explain if you need Studienkolleg, what is the purpose of Studienkolleg. My name is Matt. On this channel I try to talk about my student life in Germany, and I try to give tips and strategies that I use myself in order to survive and even strive in my studies in Germany. So if you like that type of content, stick around as I'm going to help you, and also give a comment on the type of videos you have or the words that you have, and I will make videos on them. Without further ado, let's jump right into the topic of this video. So Studienkolleg is an institution in Germany that is designed to prepare foreign students and international students that have studied in a foreign country. This program is designed to help you bridge the gap between the German educational system and your national educational system that you studied before. It is also very helpful to allow you to integrate more easily in the culture, as it is not only about the academic performance, but it's also about the linguistic performance. So first of all, why does Studienkolleg exist in the first place? Many international school leaving certificates are not actually compatible with the German educational system, and most of those certificates don't cover the same program that is done in Germany in the last year or in the year that allows you to go to university. So you will have to actually do a preparatory course, which is this Studienkolleg, in order to cover the differences in the educational content and even in the school system itself. Studienkolleg is designed to help you in the academic and the linguistic part of the German educational system. So when you're doing the Studienkolleg, not only are you going to learn about the academic system of Germany, and you're also going to learn about the German language. Also, Studienkolleg will help you in the cultural differences. What are the norms in Germany, and what are the cultural differences between Germany and other countries? So the big question is, do you actually need to attend Studienkolleg? You generally need to attend Studienkolleg if your national school leaving certificate that you got back in your home country is not compatible or is not recognized by the German educational system. You can check that by going on the GAAD website, where you can see a bunch of supported countries and their leaving school certificates, and you will see whether yours is recognized or not. You can also check through platforms like UniAssist, where you can see whether your school leaving certificate is recognized in Germany. This is usually called in German Hochschulzugangsberechtigung, and sometimes if you study for 1 year in your home country, you will not actually need to do the Studienkolleg preparatory course. So now the big question you might be asking is, how long does Studienkolleg last? What are the different subjects that you'll be learning there? To answer the first question, Studienkolleg usually lasts 2 semesters, and you typically learn subjects called Schwerpunkte, which are also called focus points. And these subjects will typically vary depending on the degree that you want to further after your studies. The first one is Technik, which includes technical, mathematical, and natural sciences. The second one is Medicine, which typically includes biological, pharmaceutical degrees, and also medicine. The third one is called Wirtschaft, which typically includes business, social sciences, and other economic degrees. The fourth one is actually called Geisteswissenschaften, which actually includes subjects like humanities, arts, German history, journalism, and other philosophical degrees. The fifth one is the Sprachwissenschaften, which typically includes German languages and other typical language degrees. So now let's talk about the entrance documents that you need for Studienkolleg. To be honest, these are typically what you will need for a typical university, such as your school leaving certificate, your German language skill, or another different language skill. And also you will need to have other documents like your curriculum vitae, and you'll have to provide your proof of finance and your health insurance. For some country you will need APS, and in some cases you will need to pass an entrance examination. Now what is really important about the Studienkolleg is that at the end of it you are going to write an examination. This examination is called the Feststellungsprüfung, that will provide you with a subject-restricted university entrance qualification, or also called Fachgebundene Hochschulzugangsberechtigung. This is very complicated, but all it gives you is the ability to be able to join a university with the corresponding courses that you did in Studienkolleg. For example, if you did Technik, which is about mathematical and natural sciences, you will only be able to follow those courses in university. And lastly, but also worth mentioning and also quite important, is the fact that in Germany there are 2 types of Studienkolleg. One is state-run, which means it's typically free, and all that you will have to pay is the semester contribution. And there's also the private ones, which are quite expensive, and if you are going to follow a private Studienkolleg, you need to make sure that their FSP, the examination I talked about, is quite recognized in all the universities that you want to follow. This is typically all that you need to know about Studienkolleg, and I know this is quite a complicated video, but if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below and I will make a video on them or I will answer you directly. This was Matt and I will meet you in the next video. Thanks for watching.